Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day. It is Thirsty Thursday, July 17th, 9:27 a.m., 3 minutes to the open. This is the daily frame. We have the NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow, the three sisters. Up days with bullish body on the NASDAQ and the S&P. Tiny little update on the Dow and back into the span of travel of yesterday on the Dow and on the S&P, and just above yesterday's high right now, for now, on the NASDAQ. This is my trading grid, daily 30-minute, 1-minute chart, reading from left to right, from the bigger picture to the smallest picture. The 30-minute time frame is my zone time frame. You'll see that I have my horizontal zones drawn. There's the ugly day we had yesterday in New York. This is the Asian session, London session, New York session. You can tell by the different colors in the background. Big, messy, wiki day there when Trump was tweeting about Powell. Kind of grindy, little sideways action here in Asia, pushing up three growing and expanding candles here in the pre-market into London, and then kind of dropping down here throughout the London session, pushed up again on 8:30 news, and now erasing most of that news candle, as is so often the case. I'll bring you back once we are open here. And there's the 1-minute open range, guys. We are looking at 24 3/4 points, call it 25 points, and on the S&P 5 points. A little quiet here, guys, back in balance here, right at VWAP for the open after doing all this gyrating here in Asia, London. And now, of course, we're open on New York. I'm going to be very patient here, guys. Lots of no trade days lately in the last 2 to 3 weeks in particular. It's been a real scarcity of optimal setups, clean setups for me. And if there are no optimal setups, then there's no trade for me. That's just the way this works. I'm only interested in making money, not in active trading. I enjoy active trading because it's what I do for a living and it's engaging and so on. But there's something to be said for having the discipline to sit on your hands and do nothing when there's actually nothing to do on behalf of the shareholders. I'm the shareholder, and I only want to engage in money-making activities or those activities that have a high chance or high probability of becoming money-making. A little minor divergence happening here, guys, kind of weakening. 2 blue candles on the NASDAQ, 2 white candles on the S&P. All right, guys, so we have an update on the NASDAQ, but back in the span of travel of yesterday. We have a 30-minute that has rejected after the news candle and erased the entire celebration on that candle, very much what we saw yesterday, pushing down here into a cleanish traffic area. On my 1-minute chart, guys, you will see that I am showing the Asian open range down here from 8 p.m. last evening, New York time, the London open range up here from 3 a.m., and now the New York open range right there. Very indecisive kind of start here to the day, guys. 2 sisters, you'll notice that we are actually above open range on the S&P, and we are below the open range on the NASDAQ. All right, guys, you will notice that we have now aligned on these two. Even though the S&P is above the open range and the NASDAQ is inside of the open range, the price action is more or less the same. In other words, we drove down into the open and now rallying up. Drove down into the open and now rallying up. Notice how we have 3 white candles, 3 white candles, whereas we had opposite color candles here for some of these earlier on. This is no longer divergent behavior. It is now aligned behavior. All right, guys, pushing up above the New York open range, but into the London open range. And as long as we are inside of this range, I have no interest in doing anything. And so I'll just bring you back if and when we get above here or down below here. In fact, what that means is that my effective dynamic open range is now this. I'm going to delete the other open ranges to keep things nice and clean. This is now my dynamic open range. And pushing up above here, guys, on both NASDAQ and S&P, above the original 1-minute open range. The 9 EMA has exited the original open range, but we are still inside of this 8:30 news candle that was completely rejected above and pushed down. We also rejected below and pushed up. So this is a ranged bound area, hence my dynamic open range. I can rest in here. There's nothing for me to do. All right, guys, over on the daily, you can see that we are pushing up quite strongly here on all three indices, but there's nothing for me to do given that we have not proven to break and close beyond this area that has been problematic. And then we have this area up here, which drove this down. Now, of course, guys, at this level, we could absolutely just blow through and keep on going. But given this extended move, this leg here, from below the open range in here, in this clean traffic area, and the rejection higher, complete V reversal of the entire pre-market leg down, there's no way I'm entering just on a break here with this extension without at least a pullback to around the 21 ideally, and even then may not take it given this important stuff just above. All right, guys, 30-minute candle is closed. I'm not doing anything here. I want to see how this moves. It might react down. It might react up. I'm okay with just watching this thing do whatever it does until I get some structure that looks optimal and clean to me. Otherwise, nothing for me to do. All right, guys, we're pulling back now. We've pulled back beyond the 21 EMA. But I don't like the fact that this is a shift candle. All of a sudden, that's a big, strong selling candle. We could absolutely recover here and move up to new highs again, but I'm concerned about this pressure overhead here. And so I don't think I'm going to be jumping on anything here on the long side here. And looking a bit weaker here, guys, on the NASDAQ folding down. If we break down below, then all bets are off, of course, for me for the long case. All right, guys, it's 10:24 a.m., almost an hour into the session, and we have pulled all the way back into my dynamic open range and about to come back into the original 1-minute open range and back into this railroad track range that I've been watching the whole session here, guys. All right, guys, and as you can see, we've pulled all the way back to the 1-minute open range. Let me just delete the dynamic open range for now. You can see that we are rejecting from it, but the 9 is below the 21. That's problematic for me in light of these candle tops and wicks. And so I will not be acting upon that. This thing could absolutely rally super strong, but it's going to have to do it without me today. All right, guys, we're back and just watching here. Not going to do anything. I want to see how this candle does up here in this stratosphere area. All right, guys, we're back. Just watching this price action here, guys. Buy stop order. Buy stop order, guys, right now. Stop below, right there. First trade of the day if I get triggered in and this thing finally proving itself, if you will, to have some lasting power, potentially. Fairly aggressive. Just going to draw that again, guys. Stop below this candle here, this shift candle. See that there? Here we go. Notice how this candle has finally made its way above that wick. This is a candle that did not close above these other two wicks. Now we're pushing up a higher candle with a good solid body here, guys. 15 minutes into the candle, halfway through. Very quickly, strong, weaker, but that's okay. This is one of my favorite configurations, a nice big cup with a handle. V bottom cup, of course. Lots of V shapes in this market lately, guys. Here's one. Here's one. Several days in the last couple of weeks, we've seen lots of V patterns. Dip buyers quickly buying up pullbacks. 9 back above 21, EMA is rising. Closing here above this pulling back resourcefully and now looking for that push higher. And I'm in, guys. I am in long the NASDAQ, and now it's the waiting game. And target 1 has been hit, guys, and so the 1 hour all or nothing trader has left the game with full profits, and the 2 hour move stop to break even at 1 hour has moved their stop to break even because we hit 1 hour. Now we'll wait and see what happens to the rest of this trade. And target 2 has been hit, guys, and so the 1.5 hour all or nothing trader has left the game with full profits as well, and we're making a run for all 4 targets here. Let's see if we can do this, shall we? And there it is, guys. All 4 targets fully profitable. Just took a bunch of patience to let the tug of war play out, and then we're good to go. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Have an amazing day, guys. We'll talk soon.